Hi guys, Elias McCollum here, the Bitterroot Bard, back for another video. I just want to take a few minutes to make some corrections of some historical errors I made on my previous video, 3 Yea Four Classic Books on my reading list. And so the first thing is that I was showing you the book Histories, Volume 1 by William Shakespeare, and I mentioned about the play about King Henry, who fought at the Battle of Agincourt and has the famous speech, "We few, we happy few, we band of brothers." But I couldn't remember at the time which King Henry that was, but go ahead and look it up here, and which King Henry was at Agincourt, and we see that that was King Henry V of England. So that's which King Henry that was. Also, in reference to the Gormenghast trilogy, I mentioned that Mervyn Peake was American, an American author, but I looked that up as well, and we see that that's also not the case. And you see here, Mervyn Peake, English author and illustrator. So I apologize for those errors. As a content creator, it's my responsibility, if I bring historical information, that information is 100% correct. And so I apologize for not having done more thorough research before making that video. I talked about how reading a classic fantasy author from America was going to be really cool because I could see how they brought Americanness into the genre, their Americanness into the genre, as I'm trying to bring some of my Americanness into the genre through medieval Western European contact with the Native Americans. We have the Vikings, we have the Welsh, and anyway, so I'm trying to bring that into my fantasy writing. So am I disappointed that Mervyn Peake was not an American? No, I'm not. It's still going to be a very interesting read to read another classic fantasy author whom I have never read and to learn from his style. Something else I want to bring up is that the book that I showed you that I received in the same package as the Canterbury Tales and Histories, Footprints of the Welsh Indians. That's not really necessarily a classic book, but it was a book that I got at the same time as those other two classics, and so I just want to correct that as well. That's not a classic book that I'm aware of. I think it's a fairly new book. I didn't look to see dates or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's not a classic. Anyways, it may be a classic, may not be a classic. I'll just put it that way because I don't really want to get up right now and get it off the shelf. You probably don't want to watch me do that. So, anyways, but I showed that because it was a book that I received in that same package, and it's a book that's going to be a real resource for what I'm trying to bring into my writing. So I apologize for the historical errors. I ask your forgiveness, and anytime that I bring any historical information, I'm going to do my proper research beforehand and make sure it's 100% correct. So, forget not the stories of the past, draw wisdom from them to shape the story of your future. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.